Hi Aquarius, I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be your general tarot reading for January 2022. We're going to use the tarot decks to pull general messages, and then we'll use some oracle cards as well to give some advice. So let's just shuffle the deck and then we'll begin. Okay. Messages for the sign of Aquarius, January 2022. So it'll be the usual 9 card spread, so I'm just going to pull the cards now. Okay, Aquarius, let me just quickly have a look at the cards and then we will see what messages are here. Now, while I'm looking at these cards, the first thing that came into my head, particularly when we got the 4 of Swords at the beginning and the Temperance card, there's an energy of coming back into balance at the beginning of the month, and whatever that means to you. So if we're looking at a backstory, it feels like maybe, you know, without sounding obvious, things felt quite out of balance. So perhaps you were neglecting certain areas of your life and concentrating more on work, or perhaps you were you know, really kind of pushing forward to, you know, draw the year to a close and kind of come to that stage where you can relax. A lot of the readings are similar to this, especially for the air signs. So it feels like, yeah, there's a lot of rest here, self-care with the 4 of Swords. And Temperance, the card here, just indicates that you're bringing things back into balance here. With the Cups, it does indicate to me emotions. So this could be feeling emotionally quite balanced. So you might have been quite stressed recently. You might have felt a bit overwhelmed, a bit not like yourself. And the reason I say you may not have felt like yourself is because then we get the 9 of Pentacles, which I love. So this card is all about basically being like independent, self-sufficient. Someone who, that independent energy of 9 of Pentacles is what brings me to think that maybe, you know, you're coming back into balance and feeling a little bit more like your normal self. There may have been a period of time prior to this reading, so perhaps December or the months that came before, where you just felt a little bit out of balance and things were not quite as they should be, and you're coming into your own again in January, and there's a period of relaxation where we start to sort of wind down almost, and coming into the new year, maybe you have a bit of time off work, maybe you have a bit of time to spend with your family. Let's just clarify, it's too many, sorry. Let's just clarify the 4 of Swords, please. Yeah, so 4 of Swords is clarified by the 6 of Swords. So very much going into a period of calm, rest, nurturing yourself, looking after yourself. And this brings you into a period of calm. So we can see with the imagery here that he's rowing and he's going from the choppy waters over here to the smoother waters. Excuse me. And this indicates to me that you are moving out of sort of a more stressful time, a more busy time, a time when you're pulled in a lot of different directions, where you can actually relax and sort of look after yourself, right? Regenerate, so to speak. Let's clarify the Temperance card, please. Okay, too many there. Okay. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So again, I said I feel like that's emotional energy, right? Because we have the cups, so I mentioned kind of emotional balance. Here, yeah, Ace of Cups. We're talking about kind of a new, kind of an opportunity for a new emotional beginning. And this can be, you know, it can be kind of in a connection, bringing it back to a connection. But I just feel like here you're kind of coming back to equilibrium within yourself, and you're feeling a little bit more emotionally stable and grounded at the beginning of the month. And a lot of that is going to come from self-care and slowing down and winding down after a busy month or a busy year, whatever it's been for you. And like I said, I feel like you're starting to come into your own. Let's just clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, too many. Sorry. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles, please. Yeah, the Magician. So that's twice you've got the Magician in your reading. Very powerful card, as we all know. And yeah, you're starting to realise that sometimes the message that I just got in my head is actually that sometimes with the Magician here, being here even to clarify, sometimes you don't have to always be busy to be being productive, right? Sometimes, I don't think people realise all the time, and I've neglected it, the same thing, but self-care is really, really important. And socialising and being with family and taking some time out for ourselves to be alone, whatever it is that we need to do to feel better, actually sometimes just because we're not busy and working ourselves to the bone doesn't mean we're not being productive. And the Magician knows, actually, he's confident, he's got all the tools that he needs there. We can see that in the imagery of the card. He knows his own strength and power. And this is almost like saying, do you know what, it's a well-deserved break. And we can't forget that it is a major arcana card. It is number 1 in the deck. So we've got the Ace of Cups here. We've got very much a turnaround. It's a very big message to say that if you have had a bit of a tough time, Aquarius, or whatever it is that you've been dealing with, this indicates that things are taking a turn for the better, right? And you're really going to start coming into your own again, feeling like yourself, but feeling you're sat in your own power. And slowing down with it and actually feeling productive for looking after yourself, you know, instead of having other priorities and, you know, being busy all the time with work or whatever it is. And again, we take that into the middle of the month because we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So your luck is actually changing. And I feel like this is your energy again, Aquarius, even though it is Pentacles, you know, earth energy. I feel like actually things kind of go from, after you take this well-deserved break, things go really well. Yeah, it seems like you go from Nine of Pentacles to King of Pentacles, the most mature of the suit. Things become very stable and secure for you mid-month. And we'll look into that a bit further. But again, we've got the Magician here. So this is about continuously throughout the month, at least until the middle of the month. You're feeling very powerful. And it feels like actually less is more. Less is more is what I keep getting in my head. So actually you might find that although you're doing less work, you regenerate yourself to the point where actually you're much more productive because you're just grounded and feeling emotionally well and emotionally happy and emotionally settled. And that actually brings you a lot of success without meaning you have to kind of, you know, overexert yourself. I'm just going to clarify the Wheel of Fortune here. Oh, too many. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so We've got two cards that have come out here. So we've got the Star, which is your energy, Aquarius, and then we've got the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, it kind of feels like there'll be a bit more give and take, a bit more leniency. So something you've been kind of really hoping for a while kind of comes to fruition in the middle of the month. And that could be anything. It does feel like someone is supporting you here. With Six of Pentacles, there's a bit more give and take. So perhaps in a situation where you found yourself doing most of the legwork or most of the give, now there's a bit more of an equal balance. But it's something that you've been wishing on, I'm really hoping for. And obviously the Star is, again, major arcana, so a big message. This is something that you've been thinking about for a while. So again, if that resonates with you, because it's hard to know exactly what it is that it's something to do with possibly financial or career interests or that sort of thing. But there's a really good turn of events where it might be, it could even be like a promotion or something that you've really been working towards. It just seems like the main message of this reading is the more you take a break, the kind of more successful you're going to be, the more productive you're going to be. And this kind of comes to fruition, like I said, in the middle of the month, because it feels like whatever you've been kind of working towards, this well-deserved and very much needed break is going to serve you really well in actually propelling you forward and preparing you to continue with your project or whatever it is that you're working on. Let's just clarify the King of Pentacles. Oops. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Take that one. Yeah, so we've got the Five of Swords. So King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I don't often look at the bottom of the deck, but I did just then. So when I do, I always look. But King of Pentacles. So Five of Swords. Yeah, just be careful. You know, there's a message here with five. This can be conflicts, changes, kind of, if you think about a cycle being from like an ace to a 10, this to me is always like the midpoint. So there's almost like a midpoint, could be the middle of the month, could be something to do with the middle of the month. Yeah, middle of the month. It just feels like with number 5, I just said the middle. I don't know whether this means the middle of the month. This is what it's coming to me. There's something in the middle of the month which you just need to... something that may seem like a victory may actually, because I always think of hollow victories with this card, and I'd just be careful of others. When you're making a decision in the middle of the month, just be careful of considering others, whatever that means, whether it's a work situation, family, friends, romantic situation. There's just a situation that you might need to be careful of during the middle of the month. And I know that's quite vague, but it could be related to this, where you look kind of changes. It feels like you get a gain, whether it's a financial gain, a promotion, something is gained in the middle of the month. And this is just, I guess, more of a warning, just to say, be mindful of others, be mindful how you approach things, be mindful how you approach conflicts. And there's something kind of centered with these cards being in the middle of the reading. You are in a very powerful position right now, so just be careful of others. There's some message here, Aquarius, about needing to consider the feelings of others, right? Or how you are going to affect others or something of that nature. That's what I'm kind of getting. But you are in an extremely powerful position because you've had the Magician twice. You've had King of Pentacles, very, very powerful, earthy cards, you know, very focused energies. So you're in a very powerful position. So just be careful and mindful of other people. That's what I would say. That's what seems to be coming through. Let's clarify the Magician, please. Why is the Magician here? Why is the Magician here? Okay, we've got 2. Yep, okay, so we have 4 of Cups and Queen of Cups. So this indicates to me, with 4 of Cups and Queen of Cups, to clarify the Magician, there could have been something here that felt a bit stagnant and like it wasn't moving along. But again, that kind of fits in with the reading, where it's almost like this emotional development, whatever you're going through during this month, is really going to serve you well by focusing in on your emotional responses. Okay, that's what I'm getting. If you're in a situation where you're really manifesting, you're pushing things forward because you're in a very powerful position. So with power comes great responsibility. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of in my head. So just be mindful of your interactions with others, your decisions regarding others. And here, this, to me, the Queen of Cups, this message is about leading with your emotions, okay? So just know there was a feeling of stagnancy, or perhaps you felt that previously that actually you weren't satisfied in some way. I keep thinking a work situation, but it doesn't have to be. But it could be like a career work situation. But it's just saying to lead with your emotions a little bit more, you know, and kind of getting power trip. Don't lead too much with your logical mind. Let your heart make some decisions as well. Put your emotions into it. Keep your emotions present and relevant when you're making decisions, is what I would say here. Later on in the month, then we have the Judgment card here. Some kind of truth could be revealed. Could be contracts or something of that nature, something to do with the law, something about truth, really, a truth being revealed, I would think. And it could be about a past situation. This is a nostalgic energy with the Six of Cups, so it could be the truth regarding a situation about, kind of could be regarding childhood or to do with children. I always think of this as the Children card. You know, or there's a very nostalgic energy, so possibly the truth about a past situation, and then an offer coming in. And again, lots of earthy energy. In fact, I think, if I'm right, I know Libra had a lot of earth energy. I think Gemini might have as well. I think it's quite a theme for air signs at the moment. But let's just see if I'm on the right line. So I'm just going to clarify the Judgment card. Why is the Judgment card here, please? Oh, too many. Whoops. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to take these because that was interesting the way that they fell. Don't normally take three. I like to keep the readings like not too long. But so we have the High Priestess, the Tower, and Seven of Swords. Okay, very strong message. So when we pair them with the Judgment card of truth, and it's almost like enlightenment about the truth. I feel like there was a situation, Aquarius, in which you had a gut feeling. You had a gut feeling about this situation. And I feel like you had a gut feeling, and it's something to do with somebody possibly working against you or working behind your back. Because I think with the Tower moment, I think although you suspected this situation, I think it came as quite a shock when you find out the truth with the Judgment energy. I think it's going to come as a bit of a shock when you get to the root of the matter, when you find out the truth. And this could be the end of January, I feel. Some kind of truth is revealed, and someone was kind of working against you with the Seven of Swords. You know, we've got the deceitful kind of energy. Oh, King of Pentacles again. So King of Pentacles is clarifying, yeah, this is, so how many, so we've had two King of Pentacles and two Magician cards, which is, that's crazy. The same cards really do keep coming up. I mean, you know, two King of Pentacles is extremely powerful energy. This is a very mature, developed, well-rounded, grounded individual with earth energy. Yeah, there's something here about even having power over your feelings about the past. You know, having control over your feelings about the past in this situation. Could be to do with childhood. It could be to do with a parent. This could be something to do with your childhood. So something is revealed about a parent or your childhood or a past situation, or something to do with your children if you have children. There's some kind of truth around childhood and children that you potentially weren't expecting. You may have suspected a certain outcome, but actually the truth comes as quite a shock. But you are so powerful in this reading. You were King of Pentacles energy twice and the Magician. I mean, they are powerful, grounded cards. You're in a great position. Whatever this kind of truth being revealed is, you're in a great situation to deal with it and address it and actually not let it sway you, right? Not let it take you off course. Let me just, yeah, so definitely this Knight of Pentacles could be some kind of apology or someone reaching out to you. And clarify the Knight of Pentacles, please. Oops, too many. That's weird though. Judgment has flipped over again. I won't take it because too many cards come out at once, but that's Judgment again. Yeah, someone could be apologizing for something. someone could be apologising for something or trying to make amends, some kind of offer here. But your power and resilience in this situation is really going to have you coming out stronger, actually. And I know they always say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but in this situation it does really feel like whatever this situation is, you're actually going to deal with it amazingly well. Yeah, and like I said, it's again, oops, the King of Swords flipped out as well. And it does feel like with the Lovers, so this is Gemini energy. So this could be a Gemini that you're dealing with directly. So someone who's kind of making an offer in terms of like an apology or making amends. Could be a Gemini you're dealing with. Or this could simply mean a choice, a crossroads. This could be kind of a, not necessarily a dispute. That's the wrong word with the Lovers card. The Lovers card doesn't represent that. But certainly this can be about choices. And this is about you choosing whether or not to accept an offer. And unfortunately, the reading ends there because that is the end of the reading. So there's some kind of situation towards the end of the month where it's quite, although you suspected something, it's quite unexpected when you find out the truth and the extent of what's gone on. You're in a powerful position to address it, particularly if it's about your childhood or children. But you're sat in your power. You're very grounded and stable, and you're going to react well. And this is going to, it's going to really, you know, you were going to handle this situation extremely well. Okay. And yeah, it feels like this person is coming in to offer an apology. And there's a bit of a choice here. You know, are you going to accept this apology? Are you going to move forward with this person? So it's really interesting. I feel like, just to kind of sum up, we've got at the beginning of the month, a lot of this is about rest, recuperation, settling yourself emotionally, starting to feel more balanced within yourself. And then we kind of have a situation where your fortune is really improving. So luck is on your side, really. And something you've been wishing for quite a while kind of comes into fruition in mid-month. Do be mindful of other people's feelings because you are in a very powerful position. So just ensure that you're acting in a way that is not just based on the head, but also on the heart as well. Make decisions of the head and heart with a focus on emotion, because that's what the cards are saying here. And then kind of later in this month, there is a situation where you suspected something, the truth will come out, and it's quite shocking at the time, but actually you're in a great place to address it and deal with it. And actually there might be a choice to be made as to whether or not to accept an apology. So what I'm going to do is just pull some Moonology cards. Oops, knocking all the decks flying. Right. Okay, what have we got for you, Aquarius? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, and the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, absolutely. Right, okay. So you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. It doesn't feel like for a minute here you're actually doubting your confidence or anything like that, but just know, because straight away when I saw the image in the moon of the woman, it reminded me of this 9 of Pentacles energy. So just know what a position you are in this month. This could be for a feminine listening to the reading, but not necessarily. It's just kind of an energy, because again, you know, it feels like a power up. That's what it feels like, because you go from 9 of Pentacles to King of Pentacles. It just feels like a power up as you continue through the month, really. But just have confidence in yourself and your abilities, because, you know, things are only going to get more and more prosperous, and you're going to come into your own more and more during the month. And then we also have the energy is gaining momentum, which, like I said, it feels like it is, to be honest. It feels like, almost in a way, which is just what I wanted to say, it almost feels like, how do I explain it? Like, you almost start off slow and in a kind of restful energy, and then by the end of the month, you're like bossing it. You're like just taking over the situation and dealing with it, and just absolutely like cracking on with what you need to do. So it does feel like that. You can feel that momentum through the reading. I'll do some Wisdom of the Oracle deck cards as well. I'm running out of space. It's only a little IKEA desk. but we do what we can. Let's pull a couple of cards for you, Aquarius. Right, okay, go for that one. Poised, yeah. Yang, yep, fab. Oh, I love this. Okay, so Aquarius, for you, poised. That's exactly what the energy feels like. You know, like where it said here, the energy is gaining momentum. It's like you're poised and ready to go. You've had a rest, right? Things are looking favourable. It's a positive month for you, but you are poised and almost ready to take action, okay? And then when this situation I was talking about later in the month comes along, we've got Yang. Now, Yang is card number 1, again, which is the same as the Magician in the Major Arcana of the Tarot deck. So we're talking about powerful energy. And the energy of Yang is a masculine energy, but what it really means is about taking charge and making the first move. And that, again, coincides a lot with the 2 appearances of the King of Pentacles, because it does feel like in some ways, like I said, that energy gaining momentum, and then for you to be poised and then take action. It's almost like the rest. You're going to benefit from really resting and looking after yourself at the beginning of the month, because as things go on, although there's nothing majorly, you know, nothing negative as such, possibly this situation at the end, I'm not going to lie, you know, this could be a difficult one, tricky one to navigate, but this is almost like you're poised and ready to act, and then you take action, you take charge. And that has been reflected in the reading, actually. You know, and again, we've got, like I said, the Magician's come out twice, number 1 in the Tarot deck, and then we've got Yang, which is 1 in the Oracle deck. So a lot of power, a lot of strength, a lot of resilience, Aquarius. It's a beautiful reading, really powerful, and it just feels like it's going to be a really positive month. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and please let me know in the comments if it resonated for you. I'd love to know how it does, and I hope to see you for the next one. So take care, guys.